Well, hello there, guys. We're here doing another battle, and we were actually playing the, sorry about that, Long Stop Hill DLC, of course, for Tank Warfare Tunisia, and we're defending against what's supposed to be a massive German attack. Of course, we're playing as the British here in the Battle of Long Stop Hill. This is a little farther from Long Stop Hill. It's often in position sort of to the west of it, or actually, excuse me, to the south of it. But of course, if these units can do well, then we can push them forward to Long Stop Hill and get even more support there. And it's been a real challenge to hold that area. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy my men. I'm keeping them here, guys. I want everybody to just stay put and hit any of the enemies they see. I will move just Lord up a little bit farther, and if we need to, we might actually go ahead and take the railway station. In fact, I think we might send, what the heck, let's send a few units that way. If we find some enemies, so be it. And let's hope that the British can save the day here. We've got to beat the Germans back. We can't allow them any sort of advance. So, of course, as we always do, guys, we shall return when we have some contacts. Well, that happened really quickly, guys. Hold on one second. Oh, my goodness. We've got a ton of contacts here. A bunch of Germans actually hiding out in this area. I'm going to keep trying to hit them. But kind of unexpected at the same time. I can see now where they've got these foxholes, so I'm hoping that Freeman, even though he's hurt, can fire off a few mortar shells at this trench. He's so close. Come on, man. Miller as well. We've got Miller with the Bren gun. Oh, he just got taken out horribly. We've got to keep hitting this thing. Of course, Christie's getting some epic shots. But it's going to be tough to break this line without some infantry, of course. And we've got some more enemy positions around us. My God, guys. Enemy AT guns, all sorts of problems here. So, of course, most of our men are staying stationary, but since the enemy has trenches, even then it's going to be very hard to do some damage here to the enemy units, as far as I can tell. Come on, Stevens. He's still firing that Bren gun. You can do it, man. You can do it. You're the hero of this battle, Stevens. Keep firing. No, no, he's on fire. He's going to have to evacuate. It's definitely going to be one of those guns that took us out. Now we've got to hit those AT guns, and you can see the enemy popping a ton of smoke here. And actually, part of this might be artillery. Oh, it is. Nice. For once, we're firing some artillery here. Come on, boys. It's what we need is artillery support against this area. Keep firing, lads. Just got so many enemies in front of us, both armored enemies and, of course, just regular infantry. At this point, I would just openly fire. Just fire away and don't stop. We can see some of our men are already getting some shots off, but we need way more firepower. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Boom! Yeah, keep up the artillery. Also want to try to hit those enemy SDKFZs. There's a nice hit. Oh, my goodness. We're finally getting some good shots here, guys. The Germans are, of course, terrified. A few of them look like they're dead in the trenches. In fact, wounded, if anything. Those guys are definitely wounded. And we're going to keep on keeping on. I mean, at this point, I do want to attack with part of the army, but I want to keep part of the army back. And obviously, the part I want to attack with is this one right here to try and hit those SDKFZs. Although some of that artillery is coming mighty close. So I hope that they're not targeting us. Thinking they're targeting us and actually hitting their own lines. Then again, wouldn't be a bad thing, and look at that. One of them is already down here. But come on, let's keep moving with Lord. Just do a regular line. Something else I discovered about this game. The UI of this game is so complicated that I often discover things after years of play. And that's kind of what happened here. Come on, Lord. Don't get stuck in the trenches, man. Oh, no. That's what I was worried about. So we have taken the central area, guys, sure enough. And it looks like our infantry is getting some really good shots down here on these guys. Just a tremendous amount of Germans getting hit. You can see actually a few casualties over here in what looks to be maybe olive groves, maybe even cork trees. But yeah, they're definitely having some trouble moving up. Look, this guy is shot in the leg. Hopefully we get another shot on him, although they are desperate to fight us. Come on, keep shooting. That was like an inch away from the guy. Looks he's going to pull back a little bit. Probably a good idea. Come on, men. Nice. Look at that artillery. It's exactly the kind of artillery support we've needed for a very long time here. Alright, Lord is back out of the trench, but I really don't know if he can even see those STKFZs. He doesn't seem to be paying attention to them at all. I'm going to turn him a bit. But he's still really focused there on the right. As long as he's shooting at something, I guess that's good. But I want him targeting... Oh! It's a hit on the right. Come on, man. Maybe that's why he's targeting this area, because of the AT guns. Oh, boy. There we go. He's starting to shoot. But I think he's trying to target this unit right here, which is a good idea. It's an enemy machine gun. Let's see if we have any other reinforcements. No, that's going to be it. We don't have a lot of guys here in this battle. I am going to send this tank forward. I'll take Blair and actually do a quick move behind the enemy. Same with Miller. I mean, after all, a Bren gun is a Bren gun. And we've got Slater here, who's also going to just start moving forward. I hope Joffrey's managing to get some shots off. Come on, boys. You can see the devastating power of artillery. I mean, it's so helpful, especially in an open area like this. This is quite an open battlefield in general. Any of these desert battlefields are pretty open. It's not exactly hard to see what's going on. And there we go, a beautiful shot on the enemy machine gun team. Looks like he missed. Most of them were already dead. I really want him to be firing at those armored cars. So let's see if we can force him to aim over here. Come on, Lord. You can do this, man. You can do this. I know you can. Hit the SDKFZ. Oh, you've got an enemy AT gun firing at us. He better fire quickly. No, you fool. And we have pretty strong frontal armor, but with continuous fire like this, they might panic and run out anyway. Look at that AT gun firing at us. That's actually not fire, that's just the exhaust on this tank. It has a tremendous amount of exhaust. And please don't tell me somebody in the tank is injured, because that's what it's looking like now. Oh yeah, definitely. They're exiting. Unbelievable. Poor marksmanship by our guys. So we've got Blair coming up now. Hopefully Blair can change things a little bit. You can see he's already firing at these units. And there's actually a nice break in the rail here where we can probably get by without getting stuck. But I want to get that damn kill. We've got some Germans even fighting over here. I mean, it's unbelievable. They actually outnumber us during this battle, so I'm really glad that we're getting that artillery support. Keep it going, boys. Keep it going. We should have gotten like 3 or 4 shells firing over there. Nonetheless, I'll take it. Christie's on the way too. And I'm hoping that this flank attack is going to make a big difference. Looks like the SDKFC is popping smoke. No, they've abandoned their vehicle. Nice. We just killed that officer who stepped out. Absolutely wonderful kill. I'd take it again any day. Alright, Blair is now focusing entirely on the AT gun. I think that's a good idea. If you guys can take a look at it here. Unfortunately, it's got some pretty good frontal armor, so if he's going to hit it, he's going to have to be very lucky. Some of the guys on it are already dead, so it's going to be more difficult for this unit to actually use, but doesn't mean it's not a threat. We absolutely have to kill that thing, and quickly as well. See how Slater's doing. We've lost a lot of our infantry. I mean, we've certainly killed a ton of the enemy infantry, but the price that we paid has been a lot of British dead. And you can see them all throughout the field. So they've given their lives for the Queen, but let's hope they didn't give their lives in vain. Incredible work, chaps. And those of you that are still wounded, we're going to get you to a medical facility very, very soon. But there's a lot of enemies here. We need even more artillery for sure. And what's this? Looks like we've got some surrendering Germans. Beautiful. We've taken some prisoners. That's what I like to see. A lot of surrendering Germans. So they're leaving this trench hole, and they're getting the hell out. Well done. Absolutely well done. We also destroyed that STKFZ over here. Totally burned it up. I'm surprised the enemies are not asking for a ceasefire. Then again, they have a lot of men here. But I think Blair and Christie have to focus fire on that gun right now. Just keep shooting at it. I don't care how unlikely it is that you're actually going to get a kill on the damn thing. Fire at it. And they're actually turned away from us right now, so we could actually get a hit. We don't have to worry about that frontal armor, and that's big-time news. Slater is right there with the rest of the enemies. And even our guys over here, who I thought were going to remain untouched, are getting hurt. We do have some units over here, though, way out here. Guess we'll bring them forward. But we've even got some enemies behind us. And there we go. Enemy is asking for a ceasefire. I'm not accepting it yet, especially not in this position. We did manage to actually take a location on this defense, so this was a nice little defense/counterattack. And what is this? Is that STKFZ trying to escape? I've never seen this before. We just spotted him. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Come on, how can you guys not kill this guy? Come on. Turn, Blair, turn, you idiot. Oh, Christie just got blown to smithereens. That had to be the AT gun. And now Blair, who's extremely slow here, has to refocus his guns. I gotta say, I'm not too excited with our tankers. Is Christie still alive? What the hell? This guy has 2 lives. That is unbelievable. Or 9 lives. I mean, didn't we just see him blow up or at least get hit extremely hard? I guess he's still going, guys. Why the hell not? All right, there we go. Blair is now firing on that STKFZ, I believe. Finally. Come on, get him right through the back, Blair. Get him right through the back. There we go. Nice hit. One or two more hits and this thing is going down. I'm actually surprised that the back armor managed to ping one of our shots off. Come on, Blair. Reload, lad. Reload. Enemy grenade. Boom! He's on fire. And that is definitely an enemy anti-tank grenade. We just got rid of the STKFZ. We're going to let him burn up a little bit. Hopefully that starts providing some explosions against the enemy. And, of course, we'll focus fire on the surviving crew. Like I said, no prisoners during this campaign, guys. We've got to be vicious. Especially since the enemy's firing anti-tank grenades at us. It's not like they're looking to surrender. If they want to surrender, we will stop firing. Nice. We still have some mortar rounds coming in. Very nice shot. As you can see, the one thing that has suffered, I mean, among other things, you can actually see a group of Germans still here. So there's actually still a ton of enemy trenches around the area, but we've lost, I think, almost all of our infantry during this fight. It was a nasty one. And now we've got even more incoming artillery. I hope it's outgoing and not incoming. See it exploding all over the station area. So I'm thinking that's probably where it's coming in. Keep your heads down, lads. There we go. That's outgoing. That's what we need. A lot of dead Germans on this battlefield. I think for once we might come out with a higher number of kills than the enemy. But every time we fight the Germans on the Battle of Longstop Hill here, we end up having more men down. And considering we lost a lot of men there, we could end up just going and probably either having very close to the same numbers or actually having more dead than the enemy here. We'll have to see. But so far, I'm just leaving Christie here and the rest of these guys as a moving machine gun, essentially. Come on, Christie. Use that damn weapon. Alright, looks like Blair is also firing at this position. There's just so many enemies you know, standing up and running around here. I can see why our tanks are firing here. It's kind of like a turkey shoot. If we can just keep getting hits over here, we're going to kill a ton of Germans. And since they still have a bunch of officers here, I'm not accepting that ceasefire. I want some dead officers. We've got to get rid of their officer class. That's going to make the job, our job, a lot easier. If they don't have men to command them, they can't do much of anything. Keep it up, boys. There we go. Some more artillery. Good job. Look at that, 2 officers right there. Unfortunately, I think the tank is slightly too close. We'll have to see. Maybe not. Make sure everybody's focused on those Germans in that trench. If any of their heads pop up, we're going to go ahead and take them out immediately. Then again, I'm really tempted to take the ceasefire, especially with the incoming artillery. This is definitely incoming because I could see it exploding right on our men here. Although we've both been firing at each other with artillery this entire battle, so it's been a hell of a fight. Unfortunately, we've lost a lot of boys. Come on, take the fight to the damn officers. Kill them. Kill them all. See if Slater's getting any shots at all here. So we can see Blair is firing. Thankfully, the gun is completely destroyed. But like I said, I want some more dead officers here, so we're going to keep firing. Try to get a few of these guys with the flags over their heads. That, of course, distinguishes them from the average soldier. Oh, man, Walton. We forgot about Walton. He was driving right by the enemy trench, and it looks like he's actually abandoning his vehicle. That vehicle might still be salvageable, but I think they're probably going to kill Walton and his crew if we're not careful here. There we go. Nice! And that artillery hit the enemy officer right on the head. Ton of dead enemies in this area. Absolutely beautiful. We've got to keep the fight up. Absolutely. And here we go. I think we may have just captured some prisoners, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yes. Guys, we've captured a number of prisoners during this battle. That is going to help us a lot. It really is. You know, obviously, the more prisoners we capture, we can interrogate them, learn some information, and just show them that we won't kill the prisoners. Of course, we probably will, but don't say anything. And there we go, another perfect strike. We're really starting to mark out the enemy officers here, and our men are taking them out, which is working out phenomenally. Hopefully, we also take some officers as prisoners. That would sweeten the deal even more. To be honest, we could even continue fighting, although, like I said, our infantry's pretty beat up. I'm going to acknowledge that, and I think it might be in the best interest, just as a commander, to go ahead and accept the ceasefire. Obviously, we can come back later. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. We always like to hear your feedback, and I'm going to see if maybe I can take out this German trench before we say goodbye. Blair's already firing. Damn, man. I think we've pretty much killed the officers in this area. There's about 2 left, but we've definitely done some work here to them. And I think I will accept that ceasefire, depending on where that artillery is going. Wow, unbelievable. That's just rolling artillery. They could be going for Slater. They could also be going for the enemy officers that were in this area before. I mean, I assure you that's going to get a casualty or two, even on the enemy side. So, see how that works out. A few more Germans over here. They're not giving up without a fight, of course. But I think I'm going to take my prisoners and go home. Enough bloodshed for one day. It's time to let our boys rest and recuperate here. So we're definitely accepting the ceasefire option, guys. The one thing I'm a little upset about is, of course, this trench. Can't believe we missed it for so long. We did manage to kill a lot of people in the trench. In fact, we might have cleared it. There's a lot of dead Germans in here, but it actually put up a fight, a great fight, right up until the end. And, of course, it's not like we didn't lose men here, especially our infantry. They put their lives on the line for this particular battle, and our tanks kind of came in to mop up the rest of the enemy. I'm hoping we're going to get a victory, but I can't say for sure whether we will. I want to see if maybe Christie can get one kill on that SDKFZ before the end here. I doubt it, but I think that would be pretty cool. And, whoa, nice shot. Right before I doubted it, he got a hit on the SDKFZ, so she's dead. A lot of dead Germans behind her. And one more to our list of enemy vehicles killed. Of course, that enemy's still firing machine guns at us. They know that we still have a few infantry units here barely surviving. In fact, I think most of these infantry are dead. Most of them have lost their commanders or been shot. Remember, we started out in the open, whereas the enemy had trenches, so our boys really underwent a baptism of fire. Fire away, lad. Fire away. I see he's trying to shoot those enemies standing right up. They're not even really trying to hide themselves. Shame on them. If only the damn turret would move a little faster and Slater was a better shot. But one more group of enemy trenches, of course. This place was packed full of trenches. And there we go. We got a total victory. Oh, wow. Order of the British Empire. So we had 64 dead on our side. Or sorry, we had, let's see. Yeah, 64 killed, 88 heavily wounded, 5 wounded. The enemy had 8 wounded, 6 missing, so 6 prisoners from the enemy. We killed 123. Sorry, that's total casualties here. 83 killed, 6 heavily wounded, which means like a majority of our hits were kills, which really surprises me. Unbelievable. So we did some serious damage to the enemy. I mean, overwhelming fire. They took so much damage that there's not even many wounded. I mean, we usually have at least, you know, a third wounded. In this case, they just got wasted. And you can see all those little gray flags. Those all represent enemy officers. So we also accomplished our goal of killing the enemy officers off too. The more dead enemy officers, the more, you know, confusion is going to happen in the enemy ranks, the more disagreements, etc. And that's a good day for us. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and, of course, have a wonderful day.